Hey there, welcome back. Supercharged Fridays. This is yet another Friday, 28th of June, 2024. And I have been doing these live streams since January 2020. Who am I and what is this about? If this is your first time, warm welcome. I'm glad you're here. My name is Sonal Behel. I'm a career strategist and former HR director. And I help people who are transitioning in their career to get a better job, better career, better pay, better working conditions, better everything. That is my jam. If this is what you're about, consider subscribing if you're watching me on YouTube and following if you are watching me on LinkedIn. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know as always in the comments. I am a curious cat and I like knowing these things and I like to sort of call out your name and say, hi, how you doing? And yes, that is me. And if we are old friends. Welcome. Nice to have you here. It is always the best part of my Friday to be live. I'm going to be live for about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. So the idea is if you're going through something that you need a little bit of help with, the idea is that you don't do it alone, right? I share perspectives unfiltered. Okay, may not be something you agree with. That's okay. Okay, but I don't necessarily say do this and this is the only way. But having had this experience in human resources in Asia, South America, and Europe, I do think that people are people, and there tends to be lots of similarities in how we operate. So that is what is happening. How are you? How is your week been? Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Risto, from a very warm Finland. It is very warm here as well. Finally, I think the summer has finally started in Belgium. You can see that my hair is sort of blowing a bit. I have a fan next to me and it's blowing hot air because it's warm here and we don't have air conditioning. So, how is it going? Just gonna check online as well that things are working as they should because sometimes I get to know that there were comments, but I never saw them because there's some sort of glitch going on. No, all good. Okay, so um, if you are watching me and you need a bit of help and you're feeling a little bit shy because you're watching me on LinkedIn, the best thing to do would be go to YouTube, just write my name, okay? Just write my full name, Sonal Behel, and you will find my channel. And when you find my channel, go there. There will be one window which is me popping up live. You will see the red icon. That is the best place to ask me a question. You just need a simple Gmail account, it's free. So definitely take advantage. So it seems to be very quiet here today. So sometimes it's really quiet and we finish in like 10 minutes. And sometimes it is deceptively quiet. And then it comes, like it hits a little bit later. So we're going to see which one it's going to be today. Risto, how are you doing? How was your week? How are you doing with your books? How are the sales? How are the people like, getting transformed by reading your books? Do share if you can. I'm kind of like piling on you because there's seems like I don't have nobody else seems to be online right now, which also makes me a bit worried because it's very rare that that tends to happen, but it can happen, and that's okay. Cheers, having a cool drink to keep a little bit chilled in warm days. So yeah, hi, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Sajid, nice to see you. How are you, my friend? Hi, Chetna. Good morning. Where are you tuning in from? If it's morning for you, is it morning for you? Where are you tuning in from? Hi, Vidhi from Bangalore. Lovely. Lovely to have you join us. I have a question here already. All right, fantastic. Without further ado, let's get into it. Rishika, what's up? How do you beat imposter syndrome, especially when navigating careers in a foreign country? Oh, yeah, I feel this very, very much, Rishika. Oh, my goodness. So, oh boy, where do I start with this? Like, there seems to be, this is a big one. And I definitely felt this. So, anybody else has any thoughts on imposter syndrome? Feel free to add them into the chat because I think it's very good when you can learn, when we can learn from each other and, sort of crowdsource ideas. Rishika, one thing that I learned was I wish I knew this earlier that this whole concept is just quite wrong. I don't even like the term syndrome because it sounds like a medical diagnosis and there's nothing medical about thinking, am I good enough? Am I going to be found out that I'm a fraud? Okay. Because the fact that I think most of us, when we care, it is already the opposite of an imposter. Do you know what I mean? Because the people who are going to work and think they've got everything they need and they don't need to learn anything, they don't need to grow in any way, I think that is a bit more problematic. But when you are like worried about learning, keeping on top of things, I think you're competent and I think you're concerned about your performance, which is a good thing. So, this is one way to spin this in my head. Um, More recently, I've been thinking about this. And there was a very good article I want you to read if you haven't read it already, in the Harvard Business Review. I think it was in 2021. And the title of the article is Stop Telling Women That They Have Imposter Syndrome. I highly recommend you check that out. It's written by one of the people. Her name is Ruchika. I forget her last name. And it's got a lot more into this. There's a lot more perspective in that than I can share with you right now. So I hope that helps you, Rishika. Yeah, where are you tuning in from? Which foreign country are you in? Do share a little bit more context. So yeah, Risto might as well is long due. Hi, Arti, you're in Dubai. How's it going? Nice to have you here. Nice to have you join us here. Okay, Chetna, you're in Canada. All right. What's the best time to ask for a 5 days work from home instead of 2 days? Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. I'm not sure it's probable. The reason is a lot of companies, particularly who were hesitant to begin with when it comes to remote work and were forced to do it because of COVID. And now that they are missing the in person, right? It's very difficult, I think, sometimes to change people, particularly in senior leadership, particularly the older they are. They can be quite set in their ways. So, to answer your question more specifically, what is the best time to ask? It's once you have an offer. But I think that's quite a surprise also for the company if they want you to be on campus 5 days a week, right? So, I would be more self selective and not apply to companies if you think that the culture is very much in person, right? Now, I'm not here to debate whether in person is better or remote is better because that's a totally different conversation. But I hope this helps you a little bit. Yeah. Hi, Chetna. Please share some advice. I'm available for work and I'm getting interviews, but I'm not going anywhere and I'm frustrated. Oh my gosh, Chetna, I completely feel that. And I'm so glad that you're here and that you're asking. So there could be something going on here, Chetna, that you clearly, I mean, it's sort of obvious here that is not like, it's not obvious to you, right? There's some blind spots going on. So I have two ways of thinking about this. Okay. The first thing is the fact that you're getting called for an interview is already a good thing. So don't ignore the good thing and only focus on the thing that's not working. Okay. First of all. Okay. Secondly, if you're getting called for an interview, that means on paper, they think you can already do the job and they want to confirm are they right or are they wrong when they call you, right? That's what they want to do. So, what you want to do is prepare so well that when you go, you feel good about how you are performing. Because let's be clear, interviews are a performance, they're not a chit chat. It's like being on stage. You get yourself pepped up, you get yourself ready because we're not at that energy level all the time. We're not taking those questions. Some of them can feel a little bit interrogative in nature. I don't love them, but this is how it is today. I'm a bit of a pragmatist, right? So there could be something going on here, either in A, your content, which is what you're saying to them, or B, your delivery, which is how you're saying it to them. Something is not matching what they're looking for. And you need to find out what that is. So if you can, please ask them to give you specific feedback because you're committed to self improvement. Use these words. If they don't, they don't. Doesn't matter. But I want you to be so prepared every single time in terms of your content and in terms of your delivery that when you go, you feel good about it and it feels like a little bit of a equal I'm interviewing them in a way because I want to find out more about them, and they're interviewing me. Of course, they want to find out more about me. It's a two-way street. Always has been, always will be. People who say that's not true, all the power rests with the employer. I do agree. They are the ones handing out the jobs. But I think there used to be a time this would be like 99% and 1% to the employee. I think it's tilting more, right? Companies are struggling to find top talent. So it's not just that they're doing you a favor by calling you in. You have some skills to provide and you have value to give, which would help them a lot. So you need to remember that. Okay. That's one perspective I have. Content, delivery, they think you can do the job, all of that stuff. The second perspective is if this is happening way too many times, then we don't want you to literally do the definition of insanity, which is, what is that? What is that definition? Is it by Einstein? Doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome? Because that will drive you completely crazy. And you are, right? You're saying that I'm getting frustrated, and I don't blame you, right? So this might be the time to work with someone because he or she, a coach or an interview coach or someone, because he or she will be able to tell immediately what may take you months. And he or she may be able to say, this is specifically what's going very well. And Chetna, we need to sharpen this. And hey, Chetna, this part we need to take out because it's no longer working for you. So I hope that helps you a bit. Yeah. Good luck. So, what else? Hi, Sajid. My thoughts on imposter syndrome. Hi, Sydney. Everyone has talent, and you just need an audience of one. I like your perspective. Yeah. Uh, Hi, Saurav. You tuning in from Kolkata. Thank you for being here. Ki khobor. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. I do. I know. It does feel like a one way. You know what? That's also telling you something, Chetna, that they are not necessarily right for you. You know, the people who are giving you this vibe for sure. So just give me one moment. Sydney, Sydney, come here. I'm sorry, my dog just walked in and she's doing something she's not supposed to. Just give me 1 second. Get out. Not right. Uh-uh. Out. Yeah. Sorry about that. One of my kids left a little bit of some kind of chocolatey thing, and chocolate is very toxic for dogs, so I have to be so mindful of this. So yeah, yeah, Chetna, I can. What I recommend you do is go to my website. Um, Let me see. If you go here, just below, you can see my name. You can see superchargeyourself.com / game plan. GAMEPLAN, game plan. Can somebody just check online and see if this works? I think it works. Okay. I set this up a few days ago. So just check that out and it'll give you an option to fill out some details and schedule some time with me. So you're more than welcome to do that. And this is for anyone who is looking for a little bit of help to schedule. So this is, I do have to say that this is not like a call to say, hey, can you give me some advice? Because honestly, this is what we're doing now, where I'm giving advice because this is free, right? That call is also free, but it's meant for people who are a little bit more serious and looking to get help. Okay. What else is happening? I got 15 minutes to go. And then I'm going to go to my private group, coaching group, where we get together every Friday and we go over everyone's sort of journey, what's happening in their job search and careers and all of that stuff. It is so fantastic, fantastic. So glad you're doing this. In the UK, Rishika, all the best. Rishika, wish you the best, and keep doing what you're doing. You're obviously doing something well, right? Hi, Rama. The animation and VFX industry is really struggling across the globe. Companies are downsizing due to strikes. Any views about the entertainment industry's future? No, I don't really know. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and he said it was an industry where the guy was an owner of a very large toy company. They made it's called Spin Master, and they made lots of toys. And now they are the creators of Paw Patrol, which is a massive global franchise. And he said, so the host said, the toy industry is so fickle because of children, right? Because their mind changes. He said, actually, that's not true. It's true for the entertainment industry, and they have to stay fresh. And companies that don't stay fresh, they lose on innovation, and they are no longer relevant for the audience. And I thought, wow, you've got to keep innovating, you've got to stay fresh. You cannot just stay still that we made Mickey Mouse, everyone's going to buy, because it doesn't work that way anymore. So if you've got ideas, and if you've got novel ways of entertainment, right, in anything, whether it's an animation, VFX, or anywhere, there will always be space for you. So I'm not a big believer in the scarcity. I don't care what people are saying. Yes, there are strikes, and there's some good reasons for those strikes, right? Because people, especially script writers, are talking about not being compensated fairly, or AI replacing a lot of the creative work that they do. So yeah, some perspective here. I don't necessarily, yeah, these are views. You asked me for views, but I don't necessarily have the definitive view, right? Hi, Vidhi. I'm just going to continue with that part. Entertainment industries moved on. Mm-hmm. Hmm. What's new then, Ramakrishna? What's new in innovation, right? OTT. What's new? What is the new way people are talking about content and consuming content? It's good to be on top of things and be a couple of steps ahead. Not easy. So, hey, Chetna, supercharged. No. So that's, I'm going to write this down because I said it out loud and it's not easy to remember. Supercharge your supercharge your so my company is called Supercharge. My website is superchargeyourself.com, and the site I was talking about is game plan, right? So go to superchargeyourself.com/game plan. I'm just putting it on the screen because you asked very, very specifically. Okido. I think I've covered the questions till now. I hopefully haven't missed any. If I've missed anything, do make sure you let me know. Hi, Vidhi. How do you switch from a non tech role to a tech role? Example, switch from sales to product. Okay. I don't think, I could be wrong here, Vidhi, but I don't think product is pure technical, right? Obviously, the person needs to understand product, the ins and outs of product. That could be engineering, it doesn't have to be, right? So you want to see the similarities between the non-tech role that you're talking about and the tech role, right? And how can you translate and transfer those skills? Give me some examples in the comments because I don't want to do the work for you. I want you to think about this. And then we can talk about how those skills that you, if you're still watching me, put some skills in the comments, right? I'm online for about 10 minutes and I'm going to wait for you and see what you come up with and focus on how they help in a tech role. That's one of the best ways to do it because that helps you with your messaging that you've been successful in this role, you can do it again, right? And it doesn't necessarily happen in one fell swoop. It happens with a little bit of time, right? You might have to study something which is in technical which you don't have, and you might have to upgrade your skill set. So it might be doing some kind of course, etc. I don't always say that courses or certifications is the answer, it's the only way, not necessarily. But here it might be something that could give you a leg up because if you do that and you do one or two projects, then you already have more experience than what you have today. You know? Yeah, hope that helps. And I'll stick around a bit and I'll wait for your answer. Hi, Adina. How are you doing? Are you in Romania? How's it going? Hey, Lopez. I was rejected in an interview, and the interviewer said that my answers are so short to the questions, but in my book and on the internet, the answers are like that. What do I do? Okay. Lopez, what we want to do, I'm just in the interest of time, what I'm going to say is you want to remember Goldilocks, right? So, not too short, not too long, just right. What does that mean? I think it's also about the quality of the answers because if you answer something, but you haven't necessarily explained your opinion and the question, and you've stayed on the surface. Now, I don't know if you have because I wasn't there, right? That could be the reason that the interviewer is saying. So you may know this to be true, but think specifically where, what he's talking about, which questions. Okay, that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is, what you're seeing on the internet and what people tell you to do, take a bunch of different advice. Don't only listen to one or two people and they tell you how to do things. Don't copy them. Have your own perspective as well. If you want to go a little bit longer in an answer, and the thing online tells you, a blog tells you to answer in 30 seconds, but it depends, right? Some questions need longer time. Some questions are very story driven, or behavior, personality driven, and your answer is much more factual. Then you also fail to connect with the interviewer. Do you know what I mean? So, yep. All the best. Okay, do. Hi, Risto. Have a good weekend. Thank you for being here. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly answer what Vidhi was saying. Networking, ability to negotiate, reaching revenue targets, new business generation. So much. This is beautiful. Expanding business to new territories. Someone who understands product, who understands commercial, a company would love that, because it's kind of like you've got the skill set of two people in one. So they tend to save money as well, right? Networking, collaboration will always help you, because product managers have to work very, very closely with tech. They have to work very closely with marketing. In fact, the true product managers can also be a bit, um, snooty and very snobbish, and I mean that in the best way, because they only think about the product. They don't want to get diluted. They don't want their skill set getting diluted. I know most product managers are purists at heart, right? And I think that's a good thing. So someone who's able to do that, but also collaborate with people, and get new business, which means that you can see the impact of this product in the market, in terms of sales, in terms of commercials. So hopefully I've given you something to think about. Product roles are highly technical. Yeah. Some pre-sales experience. Very good, Sajid. Yeah, they can be technical. So that's why I'm saying, if it can help you to see what are some skill sets that you're lacking and that you can work on. I am a returning NRI. So for somebody who's watching outside India and you're wondering what is an NRI, NRI is a person who's an Indian who's lived outside, and non-resident. What is it? Non-resident Indian. I think that would make me an NRI. I don't know. I've been outside India 20 years. I've taken a career break, and this is to take a slight rest due to health and start my own venture. What are the chances to go back to companies for regular, like a service job? There's, you can definitely do it. I'm in the MEP segment. Some of my colleagues told me not to take a break. Listen, if you took a break, you took a break, and you took it for certain reasons. So don't be careful who you take. Be careful who you take advice from. I think, I'm not sure what MEP means, but you can definitely get a job in India. You want to show them how you're good, how you solve problems, how you add value, all of that stuff that we all do when we are interviewing, for sure. Your circumstances are your own, but it's important to not get bogged down by them, right? That's the main thing. What is she eating now? Oh my gosh. All right. I think I'm going to take a last question now. Dharmendra, hey everybody, read these questions. I shall be right back. Cindy, what are you doing? Come here. Abhi, take her, yeah. She's going in and out and she's coming in the middle of my live stream. Close the gate, you. Quickly. I'm sorry about that. She can see every one of us at home are busy. We're all on calls and she's taking advantage. When the cat is away, the mice will play. What can I say? Or the dog in this case. I received 2 offers at the same time. Congrats, Dharmendra. But I want to join my first one on compensation over the second one. What is the question? Just do it. Like, tell me how can I help? Are you looking for permission? Like, what are you looking for? It's a great thing. So, congrats. I said that. How do you negotiate salary? If I already have an offer on hand, I have even given a 30%. I have been given a hike. Can I use that offer? Yeah, you can, for sure. You can say that you would really like to join them and you have another offer, but is there a way that they can match it? Now it really depends on how you do this. If it looks like you're being manipulated, I don't know. You have to be careful here. You definitely have leverage for sure because you have another offer. But if you hold it like a, over their head, like some kind of threat, even in like the words sometimes can come across like that. So you want to be very careful how you do that. So you don't tick them off because they might just say, sorry, not interested. Why don't you go to them? Because it looks like you were shopping and you weren't serious with us. So you have to use the right words to say that I'm excited to join. I have another offer, and it is more attractive. But I want to work with you guys. Okay. Okido. All right. I'm going to take a last question, and then I shall let you guys carry on with your Friday. HR shared a role for a budget as a result of smart negotiation after watching a video. Now, how should I ask for the upper limits for this role? Budget for the upright role. Okay. How should I ask for the upper limit for this role or ask more? 100%. So Ashish, if you see all my videos, right? It doesn't matter what upper limit, lower limit. It doesn't matter. If you have a number in mind, right? If you see this in my videos, I talk about this in detail. The minimum acceptable number. That's a number that's acceptable to you. Say, hey, I'd love to say yes. How flexible is this? The number I had in mind is X. Can we get there? Because if we get there, I'll sign right away. Right? It's all about sort of collaborative approach. Right? So I'm glad my negotiation tips have helped you. They have helped millions of people, and I'm very proud of that. So all the very best. Okay. And thank you for tuning in. I think if there's no other question, I shall let you guys carry on. Don't think I've left any. All cool questions today. So thank you. And yeah, final reminder, I'm meeting my group right now. We meet every Friday at around this time. So if you would like a little bit of help and you're feeling stuck in your job search, in your career, then think about scheduling a game plan call with me, and let me see how I can help you, right? Superchargeyourself.com/game plan. Take care. Have a lovely Friday and weekend ahead.